some charts today, and I just have all these ideas that I'm going to keep communicating. Maybe not on a daily basis. Maybe start out on a daily basis until I run out of ideas. But why not just data dump everything online as soon as I think about it? And then once I have another idea, I'll just go live. So started this channel 2 days ago, and just been posting Bitcoin stuff, MicroStrategy stuff, which is basically leveraged Bitcoin, and where I stand. I'm not bullish, I'm not bearish. I just look at the data and I say, if this happens, then I do this. If this doesn't happen, then I do this. That's all I'm going to be doing. And I got some feedback recently that I really enjoyed. I got some feedback from somebody that didn't understand the Gaussian channel, and I'm like, okay, that's really interesting. I have to take a couple steps back and really explain things kind of for the person that doesn't have so much market experience. So what I'm going to do with Netflix today, Netflix is something that's been on my radar more than a year, and it's been on my radar from a short perspective, or I'm betting against it perspective. I started looking at it right in here, and I didn't start betting against it until it was in this descending triangle here with earnings coming out. So I kind of got in early right there at around 1200, and I think now it's at 1103, so I'm $100 in the money on a per share basis. And I could do a fundamental analysis of Netflix, but I think most people won't gain value for that. What I will say fundamentally is that Netflix trades at a 50x multiple of earnings. What does that mean? The S&P 500 trades at a 22x multiple of earnings, and the healthcare sector in America trades at a 12x multiple of earnings. So what that's telling you is Netflix is probably priced to perfection. It's probably overpriced. And that's exactly what I look at when I want to take advantage of a stock, underpriced, overpriced. Where is it on the risk curve? And I also look at the RSI here. There's tremendous bearish divergence in the RSI, starting right here. High, lower high, lower high, higher high, higher high, higher high. And when something does that and it's priced to perfection, I like to take the short. And this is really a stock that's grown over the last 20 years, and they've really done a great job innovating and getting overseas and just really smashed it. They're the number one streaming service, but even that growth story ends someday, and I believe it's going to end in 2026. I believe something like this is going to happen where there's going to be more downside into earnings, and maybe they'll have a bounce similar to this. You see this little bounce here? It's not really a bounce on the RSI, but it's a little bit of a struggle to go down. There was a little consolidation there, and then it just plummeted. I think we do something like that. Maybe it's not like this. Maybe it's just like same thing in 2022 and then down. It nuked 77% in 6 months, 9 months. And then it went up 700% in 3 years. So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the fundamentals. But for the purposes of this video, it's just going to be technical, and it's going to be setups. So when you have earnings, your stock can go up if it's good. Stock can go up if it's good. There's a reason that the stock goes up, and that reason is earnings. Okay, so they report 4 times a year. And let's say they reported here, oh, the investors liked it, they bid it up. Oh, they reported again, oh, it goes up again, right? Here they were reporting earnings, and it kept tanking. So the market didn't like what they saw. And I'm just looking for a little bit of a reversion in the RSI on the weekly here to maybe have a little bit of a pump just like it did here. And then sometime in mid to late 2026, kind of find its bottom around 250 to make a higher low. It's a higher low from here, right? I don't think Netflix is going to go out of business. I just think their growth story is going to come in drastically in terms of much, much slower growth globally. So that's what I wanted to cover today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I answer the comments, or my other accounts answer the comments. I'd like to see people's feedback. Is it too advanced? Is it not advanced enough? I just try to satisfy people's needs to gain information. I do tell you if it's a buy or a sell. I do give financial advice, because why not? What you do with that advice, that's up to you. I get stuff wrong all the time. I'm about 55-45, but that's all you need to be. I just try to present logic to you so that you can either make money or not lose money. That's two different things. Making money, great. Not losing money, very, very good. Nobody likes to lose money. Making money is a better feeling, but losing money is the worst feeling. Not losing that money, that's great. So that's good too. So if you're in Netflix, maybe think about taking profits. Maybe you got in here, or even here. Just think about like what I've said about the chart, the bearish divergence here, and what we could see because of earnings, a slowdown in Netflix stock price and kind of like a pullback. Whereas crypto doesn't have earnings, so you can't really talk about that. It's all about the technical analysis. But stocks have technical and fundamental analysis, which gives me even more confidence to talk about them like this. So I hope that wasn't long enough, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.